This is my 2021 Ford Transit all-wheel drive EcoBoost. This is a van that I built about a year ago along with my wife and White River Overland up in Aspen, Colorado. And this van is great for our little family of three to get out and do quick adventures, whether that's skiing, fly fishing, hiking, mountain biking, you name it. We take this van and we've been loving it for the past year. So for those of you looking for a great weekend warrior vehicle, something that is more designed for hitting the trailheads and getting out on quick adventures rather than true van life, this is my solution to that. So I just want to give you a quick walk around, show you what we've done to it and some of the thought process behind the build, and get your thoughts. Leave comments below if you think I should change anything or if you have any suggestions. But just want to take you around and show you what we've done. Starting up front, we got this van used, but it came with this bi-xenon HID headlight, which has been really impressive on dark mountain roads. So if you're ordering a van or if you're looking for a Transit of your own, I do recommend looking for one with these upgraded headlights. It also came with the fog light package, which, as everyone knows, is really helpful for adverse conditions, just additional visibility on the road. So I really enjoy having that as well. Moving on to the wheels and tires, we have Falcon Wild Peak AT3Ws. This is just the stock size for the tires. I might upgrade eventually to something a little bit larger when these treads wear out. But for now, these have been super impressive for snow, for mud, rain, all that good stuff. It's been a really great tire for us. And these are just wrapped around the factory black steel rims, which I actually think looks perfect. It's all that we need out of a rim. We might upgrade for aesthetics down the road. Up top, we've got the ARB Touring awning. This is the 2500 model, which gives us awesome shade off the passenger side here, about 6.5 feet. And I do really recommend having your shade on the passenger side, because something we do often in this van is we pull off on the side of the road, be it next to a river or we just find a good pull off, and you can hang out away from the traffic, which is really nice. Whereas if you had it on the driver's side, that's not really an option. On the side of the van here, we've got this side ladder from Flatline Van Co. that gives us awesome access up to the roof rack, the solar panels on the roof, and had to do a little modification to get that to attach, but just bolts right in there. And this has been really sturdy and an awesome ladder for us. So if you're looking into a ladder, I highly recommend this one from Flatline Van Co. Checking out the top of the van here, we've got two 200-watt solar panels attached to this AVC rig roof rack. This gives us plenty of power for our weekend adventures, as well as the Max Air fan here that gives us some good ventilation inside. You can see the AVC roof rack just uses extruded aluminum, which allows you to keep it really modular. You can bolt things to the front here. We've left it pretty open, but you can really do a lot with this one. So been very impressed with the AVC rig roof rack. On the back of our rigged Ultra Swing, we added the Mega Table, and this allows us to just swing out some additional space off the back here. We really like having a tailgate on the back of our truck, and this just gives us some additional flat space for cooking, for bike gear, whatever it might be as we get set up at camp. And this just folds away really easily. And then we can swing this whole thing right back into the hitch. One of the main reasons we went with the crew model is so that we have this factory rear seat here. So with young kids who are still in car seats, it's really nice to know that we still have a factory latch system as well as airbags in the headliner. And the ability to carry additional passengers is really nice. So if we have grandparents back here, friends, whatever, really handy to have. We also have an additional bracket for a 3-seater bench, so we're able to snap that in if we want to. For the fridge in this van, we have a Dometic CFX 45, and this little fridge has been perfect for our family of 3. You can see it's got plenty of room for snacks and beverages, food that goes in there. It also is on a Tembo Tusk fridge slide, so we often just slide this out. Gives us even easier access to it out of the side door. So if we're at camp or just hanging out by the river, whatever, we usually leave it like this. It also is great for an additional seat. This fridge slide can support a lot of weight and a step into the bed. On the back of the passenger seat, I have a lot of products from Blue Ridge Overland Gear. Starting up top, I have their headrest bag right here that just stores a lot of essentials like headlamps and a few other knickknacks that are great to get to easily. And that just Velcros right on here so I can take it and go if I need to. Down here I have their trash bag that's really nice for kids. You can just toss anything in there. And then I just keep a bunch of extra trash bags down below the seat here. I also have a My Medic first aid kit as well as a portable speaker. On the front seats, we have a couple car seat covers from Covercraft. This is a really durable material that just keeps the mud, snow, grime off of them. They're machine washable, so we can just toss them in the washing machine, get things looking good. Up top in the headliner shelf, we just have some random storage for hats or towels. And this is factory from Ford. So if you're getting a Transit, I highly recommend optioning yours with this. Really nice to just have this up and out of the way for easy storage. You can also access things while you're driving, so highly recommend having that feature. For power, we have the Bluetti AC 200P. This is a little power station that just fits perfectly within our storage box here. Just straps in for safety. And this charges via our solar panels on the roof. We have 400 watts of solar and also the van's alternator. So as we're driving, it tops off the battery as well. And this is perfect for running our fridge, for running our lights, charging all of our devices. We've never run out of power with this, and I'd highly recommend any products from Bluetti. It's been bomb-proof for over a year now, and I actually got it used from someone who had been using it for about 3 years before that. So really recommend all these products from Bluetti. Up top here, we have this soft storage from Adventure Wagon. This is their mule bag, and it just mounts up and out of the way with these L-tracks. So this is easily removable, super lightweight. And we just store stuff like blankets and pillows and anything that we might need for our bedding up there. So really like this for its weight and also just having room for additional storage up here and underneath. So great for a little diaper station or holding stuff while we sleep. It's kind of like a bedside table, and really love this thing. On the side here, we have some storage from Buena Goods. This is nice up by our heads, so we just have a spot for our keys, our wallets, all the things that we need while we're sleeping. This is stored on a Unistrut system from AVC Rig. Really easy to just add different things to it with these little doodads here. You can just screw it in, or it comes with all sorts of different options that you can put up in there. Unistrut's a great option for modular storage. Probably gonna add some more stuff to it, but right now I like it nice and clean. And for airflow back here, we've got this Max Air fan. This just runs off our Bluetti as well. It's just a 12 volt. We don't have any AC or heat in here, but this does a really good job of keeping things a nice, comfortable temperature, especially when we're sleeping back here. It's right near our heads. We have 3M's Thinsulate insulation in all the cavities of this van back behind these wall panels. So that also does a really good job of keeping things comfortable. But for anyone looking into a van build, a fan is pretty much a necessity. So you can either put one here, you can put one in the front, or you could do both. But we have this one here and it's worked out really well. Anyone looking for more of a DIY option for their Ford Transit, these ceiling and wall panels are from a company called AVC Rig here in Colorado. These come CNC cut for the van that you have. So this is perfect for our mid-roof Ford Transit, but they also have high roof. They've got extended. They've got all sorts of different cuts. So these just kind of slide right in here. They're perfect for anyone that is looking for a perfect fit, but also an easy DIY solution. So we were able to just install these with some screws, and they've held up really well over the past year. A little detail point I wanted to show everyone is this little mountain scene that Dylan from White River Overland created just to hold our bed in place a little bit better. So I've notched out the mattress, and that just tucks in here, and that way the mattress doesn't slide when we're driving around. And he's got a matching one over here. So just a fun little detail. Just shows you what we like to do here at White River Overland to make things a little bit more personal. And that allows us to sit on the edge of the bed too and not have anything dig into our legs, which is really nice. So those have been perfect. This mattress hasn't moved around at all. As I mentioned, this van is for a little toddler, so we just keep our diapers and wipes and everything that we need for diaper changes right here. And we just use the end of the bed, nice and soft spot for him. We've got a little changing mat that we keep up under there. And then obviously a gorgeous view that he can look out and see while we're changing or playing on the bed. So love this for toddlers, for young kids, and it's been really nice for us over the past year. Some of the things that I've used throughout this van that keep things really modular are the L-track setup. So this is just one of the accessories for the L-track. It just comes with this spring mechanism that you can slide into all of these pre-slotted spots in the L-track. And so that's great for tying down storage items, hanging things, whatever. You can see over here, I've got my hat hanging on this little hook. Another thing I love for keeping things modular is using this 1/4-20 fastening system that I've attached to some plus nuts in the wall here. So this is just an example of some of the hardware you can have, but you can screw in pretty much anything that you want within this system here. So I've included these in just some of the factory holes, but you can drill a hole, obviously treat it for rust before you put anything in there, but then get some plus nuts and you can just put this pretty much wherever throughout the van. So I've got a few of these, and that means I can just use this threaded insert for hooks, for any additional kind of tie down points. So love having those throughout the van. Here's just a quick peek at the cockpit area. You can see pretty simple, but really nice layout. One of the key features that my wife loves is how much room there is for can and bottle storage for our drinks. One of the main criteria she wanted to have is room, as you can see down here, for a Nalgene. So that can store a Nalgene, as well as that cup holder here can store a Nalgene. And then there's an additional cup holder here. There's room up top for kind of thinner storage, more room in the center, on the driver's side, and then the same thing over here down low for additional storage. Plenty of room for anything you might need. All right, let's take a look at the garage space in this van. You'll see that we've designed this to be really modular. So we've got things like NRS straps holding in our chairs. We've got L-tracks for mounting all of our cargo. We've got molly panels. We've got open cubbies, all that good stuff. So this is really meant to be something that we can pack up easily, but also unpack easily. So I think we've done a good job of keeping things in here that need to stay. So we've got all of our emergency gear that just stays in here all the time, but also on the left here we've got things that kind of come and go depending on what we're doing in the season. So yeah, I'll take you around and show you what we've done in the back of the van here. Starting on the passenger side here, we've just got all of our emergency / long-term use items stored along this side. That way I know that it's always with us and it just stays nice and out of the way. So in this Mountain Smith bag, we just keep little things like some fuses, leveling blocks, a little jumper pack, extension cord, and then there's some soft shackles and stuff in there. So this is really just an emergency kit or kind of a camp kit for when we need it. Obviously got some gloves, and then back there is just my socket kit. I also have a fire extinguisher strapped into this Built Right Industries molly panel with some volet straps. And I really like that setup just because it's easy to access, yet pretty secure. Up top here, just have some additional clips for drying things or just using throughout the van or at camp or wherever. So really nice to have those on hand. Have a little hook for anything I might need as well, just a simple garage hook. And that's pretty much it for this little corner here. All of these little boxes were built by Dylan here at White River Overland. These are custom boxes made out of some birch plywood with this plastic coating on it. So they're really, really durable. And in here, I just keep a bottle jack, my torque wrench, some additional straps, all that kind of stuff. And I also have this plastic molly panel that can unclick. And I've got 6 of these little clips on here so I can take it off. And that clips right back in. And that just keeps everything nice and organized. It's really lightweight, it's flexible, and it's way cheaper than a metal molly panel. So highly recommend that if you're looking for something perfect for modular storage, nice and lightweight and pretty budget friendly. Up top, we've got a little attic from Blue Ridge Overland gear. This is originally designed for a Land Cruiser, but I use it for all my window coverings. And that just keeps everything up and out of the way. Just clicks right into these carabiners. Super easy. So we can use that for a lot of different stuff if needed, but right now it just holds the window coverings. On the left, I've currently got this packed out for a split boarding trip. So I've just got my snowboard gear in here. You can see my split board is just strapped in to the side box with some volet straps and some L-track. So as I mentioned, really modular. I can use that for pretty much anything. So if we're camping, if we're going hiking, or if we're just hauling some lumber from Home Depot, whatever, we can use this whole space all the way to the front for long, bulky items. On the passenger side, we've got a few little camp odds and ends that always stay in here. So we've got the camp shovel, we've got some camp chairs, a little camp table, again strapped to the Built Right Industries molly panel back there. And then this backpack just has some additional layers and jackets and things that we might need in a pinch. But that pretty much always stays in here, but if we need to remove it, we can remove it. Love just using these NRS straps. Keep it really easy, but also super secure. So I use those and volet straps pretty much everywhere. And then up top, we've got a camp sofa that more or less stays up there year round. Nice to have for the tailgate when we're going skiing or whatever. But we can use that upper storage for pretty much anything. So love having that up there. I've got some additional clips and hooks on this side if I need them. But for the most part, it's pretty simple. Our bed platform is from a company called Tech Van Life, and it's been a perfect fit for us. It's really lightweight, but also super strong. You can see under here, it's cut to the contours of the van, and it comes in 2 panels. These are steel panels, so really strong, and it just clicks right in there. So if we wanted to take it out, we could. It just runs along this track, but really fits the contours of the van well. And then I had Dylan at White River Overland just put this hex ply on top. So if we want to store anything up here without the mattress, this is really durable stuff. Cut it to size and is really nice to have just as an additional kind of storage option without the mattress. The flooring in the back of this van is from 2Tech2. This is a vinyl flooring and it's really durable. You can see here. It's waterproof, it's super scratch resistant, it's pretty much a plastic material. So we've beat the heck out of this thing, sliding snowboards in, using it for pretty much anything, and it's held up super well. So highly recommend this product. You can get it in different colors and patterns and all that stuff. But really love having this for everything that we've been using it for. On the back here, we have this little bag from Buena Goods. This is a local company out of Salida, Colorado. And this is really durable. It's kind of like a rubbery mesh. I just use this for some additional strap storage and kind of little odds and ends for back here. And this is just attached with some magnets and we've got little carabiners if I need them. And this has been here for about a year and I'm really loving the location. I use it all the time. As someone that likes to keep things pretty simple and modular and also budget friendly, I really like the duffel and tote options for a lot of my gear storage. So you can see here, I just use all of this for my snowboard stuff. So I've got some, boots, helmet, all that stuff in here, along with my backpack for uphilling. And then this is just kind of an odds and ends duffel that I keep everything in. This thing's massive. It's like 70 liters. It also doubles as a backpack. So you can see it's got some straps up there. So this I can just take out, take it on the go, load it up with a bunch of stuff, and keeps things really modular and easy for a dad that's always hauling a lot of stuff. All right, everyone, that's a wrap on my Ford Transit. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you have any questions about anything I've included in this build, please leave a comment below and I'll be sure to get back to you soon. If you have any questions about your own build, or you want to just talk about vans or overland vehicles in general, feel free to reach out to us at info@whiteriveroverland.com or check out our website at whiteriveroverland.com. We've got a lot of great options for you, from simple builds to the full 9 yards. We'd be happy to talk about your individual needs and would love to hear from you. Take care. We'll see you in the next video.